Sure. Good morning, everyone. It is truly an honor to stand before you today to talk about something that resonates deeply with all of us: finding your purpose. Purpose is the compass of our lives. It gives direction to our dreams, clarity to our decisions, and meaning to our journey. Yet for many, finding their purpose feels like navigating a labyrinth without a map. Let me begin with a question. Have you ever asked yourself, why am I here? It's a question that has crossed all our minds at some point, but let me assure you, finding your purpose isn't about having all the answers. It's about asking the right questions. Finding your purpose begins with self-awareness, a deeply personal yet universal process of exploration. It requires us to step back from the noise of daily life and direct our attention inward, where the clues to our deepest motivations and values reside. This isn't a casual exercise, nor is it something that yields immediate results. Instead, it is a disciplined practice, much like training a muscle, where consistency and effort lead to growth and clarity over time. The process of self-awareness begins by examining what excites us and what holds our focus effortlessly. Think about the activities that make you lose track of time, those moments when you feel fully immersed and alive. These experiences are often linked to our intrinsic interests, things we are naturally drawn to without external pressure or reward. It's not just about enjoyment, it's about recognizing where your curiosity repeatedly takes you. For one person, it might be solving complex problems. For another, it might be connecting with others on a meaningful level. These inclinations are windows into our true selves. But it's not just about identifying what excites you. Self-awareness also involves confronting what challenges you. Our struggles often highlight areas of personal importance. The things that frustrate or anger us might point to values we hold dear or skills we want to develop. For example, if you're deeply affected by inequality, it might suggest that fairness and justice are central to your sense of purpose. Similarly, if you find yourself repeatedly drawn to understanding why people behave the way they do, this could indicate a latent interest in human psychology or social dynamics. Building self-awareness also requires examining your unique set of skills and talents. These are the things you do exceptionally well, often with less effort than others. While they may seem ordinary to you, they are the foundation of your contribution to the world. Often, people dismiss their strengths because they come so naturally, but these very abilities might be the key to unlocking purpose. Reflecting on past experiences, times when you felt proud or accomplished, can help uncover patterns in how your strengths have been applied effectively. It's important to distinguish between authentic strengths and socially imposed expectations. Many of us pursue paths that align with external validation rather than internal resonance. For instance, you might be good at something because you've been trained to be, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's aligned with your purpose. Self-awareness involves peeling back these layers of societal influence to identify what genuinely feels right for you. One of the most powerful tools for developing self-awareness is reflection. Journaling, for instance, allows you to articulate thoughts and emotions that are often fleeting or hard to pin down. By writing regularly, you begin to notice recurring themes and patterns in your interests, frustrations, and aspirations. Similarly, meditation or mindfulness practices can quiet external distractions and help you tune into your inner dialogue. In these moments of stillness, you might discover insights that were previously obscured by the busyness of life. Another essential aspect of self-awareness is seeking feedback from others. While purpose is deeply personal, we are often blind to certain aspects of ourselves that others can see clearly. Trusted friends, mentors, or colleagues can provide valuable perspectives on your strengths, blind spots, and the ways you impact those around you. Listening to this feedback with an open mind, rather than defensively, can lead to profound revelations about who you are and what you stand for. It's also important to remember that self-awareness is not static. As you grow and evolve, so too will your understanding of yourself. Experiences that once seemed unrelated might begin to coalesce into a clearer picture of your purpose. For instance, a job that initially felt like a dead end might, in hindsight, reveal specific skills or values that are integral to your purpose. Similarly, personal relationships, whether they succeed or fail, can teach you about the qualities you value most in others and in yourself. Neuroscience tells us that the brain is remarkably adaptive, capable of rewiring itself based on new experiences and information. This means that cultivating self-awareness is not a fixed process. It's dynamic and responsive to the environments we engage with and the choices we make. By actively seeking new experiences, you expose yourself to opportunities for self-discovery that might otherwise remain hidden. For example, volunteering for a cause, learning a new skill, or traveling to unfamiliar places can challenge your assumptions and help you see yourself in a new light. One of the most profound realizations that comes from self-awareness is the understanding that your purpose is not something outside of you waiting to be found. It is something that emerges from within, shaped by your unique combination of passions, values, and talents. This recognition shifts the focus from searching for purpose to creating it. You become the architect of your life, making choices that align with your authentic self. The journey to self-awareness is ongoing and it requires patience. There will be moments of doubt, confusion, and even discomfort as you confront parts of yourself that you may have ignored or avoided. But these moments are essential. They are the growing pains of transformation. By staying committed to the process, you cultivate a deeper understanding of yourself and unlock the ability to live a life that is not only meaningful but also aligned with who you truly are. Finding your purpose begins here, in the quiet yet powerful act of knowing yourself. From this foundation, you can build a life that not only fulfills you, but also resonates with the world around you. Life presents us with challenges, often unexpected and sometimes overwhelming. These moments, while difficult, play a vital role in shaping who we are. They act as powerful catalysts for growth and self-discovery, often pointing us toward our deeper purpose. Challenges are not just barriers to overcome, but opportunities to learn, adapt, and redefine our sense of self and direction. The relationship between adversity and purpose is profound. When we encounter difficulties, our brain engages in heightened processing to navigate the situation. It examines patterns, evaluates potential outcomes, and recalibrates priorities. This process helps us clarify what truly matters. For instance, when faced with a major setback, whether it's the loss of a job, a relationship, or a personal failure, it forces us to pause and reassess. This is like, why did this happen? What can I learn from it? What does this mean for my future? These questions, though challenging to confront, are the building blocks of deeper self-awareness and ultimately lead us closer to understanding our purpose. Consider the science behind resilience, the ability to adapt and thrive despite adversity. Research indicates that when we experience stress or hardship, our brain activates neural circuits responsible for problem solving and emotional regulation. This activation isn't just about surviving the immediate difficulty, it's about rewiring our response to future challenges. Over time, these experiences help us develop a more refined understanding of what drives us and where our strengths lie. They teach us to persevere, to be flexible in our thinking, and to approach life with greater intentionality. The stories of individuals who have found their calling often reveal a common thread: adversity. Whether it's someone who turned a personal health crisis into a career in medicine or an entrepreneur who transformed a failed business into a new, successful venture, challenges often ignite a sense of purpose. These moments push us out of our comfort zones and force us to confront our limitations, values, and potential. But the impact of challenges goes beyond their immediate lessons. They reveal patterns in our behavior and interests that might otherwise go unnoticed. Imagine someone who faces repeated difficulties in advocating for themselves in professional settings. Over time, they may realize this struggle stems from a broader passion for fairness and justice, something that could guide them toward a career in law, policy, or leadership. Similarly, someone who has navigated the complexities of caregiving might discover a profound desire to support others, leading them to roles in healthcare or counseling. The emotional weight of challenges also plays a critical role in shaping purpose. When we feel deeply about something, whether it's anger, frustration, or sadness, it often indicates a connection to values we hold dear. For example, if witnessing environmental destruction evokes a sense of despair, that emotion is a clue pointing to a potential purpose, advocating for sustainability. Emotions are not just reactions, they are signals guiding us toward areas of life where we can create meaning and impact. Resilience, however, is not purely an internal process. Social connection is a key factor in how we navigate challenges and find meaning through them. When we share our struggles with others, we gain perspective and often discover insights that help us move forward. Supportive relationships provide emotional buffering, helping to regulate the stress response and create space for reflection. These interactions also remind us of the broader context of our lives, encouraging us to think about how our experiences can contribute to the well-being of others. Adversity also helps us reframe our goals. In the face of significant challenges, we often find that the things we once prioritized lose their importance, while other aspects of life gain prominence. This reframing process is a natural response to hardship. It's as if the brain performs an audit of our values, discarding those that no longer serve us and reinforcing those that align with our emerging sense of purpose. This process is not always conscious. Sometimes it's only in hindsight that we see how our priorities shifted and how these shifts led us closer to a more fulfilling path. An essential part of turning challenges into purpose is the concept of post-traumatic growth. This is the idea that individuals who experience significant adversity can emerge stronger and more focused. Research shows that people who undergo such growth often report a renewed appreciation for life, a greater sense of personal strength, and a deeper understanding of their purpose. They also tend to develop stronger relationships and a clearer sense of what they want to contribute to the world. Importantly, not every challenge will lead directly to a life-altering epiphany. The process of finding purpose through adversity is often gradual, requiring time, reflection, and a willingness to engage with difficult emotions. It's about connecting the dots over time, recognizing the subtle ways in which challenges shape our identity and aspirations. Purpose born out of adversity has a unique depth. It carries the weight of lived experience, making it more resilient and meaningful. When we've faced challenges and emerged with a clearer sense of who we are, our purpose becomes less about external validation and more about intrinsic motivation. It's no longer about proving something to the world, but about fulfilling something within ourselves. Challenges are not just obstacles, they are teachers. They reveal what we value, where our strengths lie, and how we can contribute to the world. By embracing these moments and reflecting on their lessons, we move closer to living with intention and meaning. Life's difficulties, as painful as they may be, are often the greatest opportunities for discovering who we are and what we are here to do. Purpose is deeply intertwined with how we contribute to the world and to others. While many of us spend a significant portion of our lives chasing personal achievement, the ultimate sense of fulfillment often comes when we align our actions with service. This may seem counterintuitive in a world that prizes individual success, but there is a profound truth here. Fulfillment, meaning, and purpose are often realized when we shift our focus outward, using our unique talents and abilities to make a positive impact on the lives of others. The neuroscience of purpose and fulfillment suggests that when we serve others, our brain's reward system activates in ways that promote well-being. Specifically, acts of kindness and contribution stimulate the release of dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitter that reinforces positive behavior. This reward system is not just about short-term pleasure, but about long-term reinforcement of behaviors that align with our core values. The act of helping others creates a positive feedback loop that encourages us to continue engaging in activities that serve the greater good, thus deepening our sense of purpose over time. The connection between purpose and service is also evident in the way it enhances our emotional well-being. Engaging in acts of service, whether big or small, taps into our intrinsic need to belong and make meaningful connections. Our brains are wired for social interaction, and contributing to the well-being of others activates areas of the brain related to empathy, trust, and connection. This not only strengthens our relationships with others, but also helps us feel more deeply connected to something larger than ourselves. Whether it's through volunteer work, mentoring, or simply being there for someone in need, the act of serving fosters a sense of shared humanity that enriches our lives and brings clarity to our purpose. One of the most significant benefits of serving others is the way it reframes our understanding of success. In a society that often equates success with financial gain, prestige, or status, purpose derived from service focuses on deeper, more enduring forms of satisfaction. It shifts our understanding of what it means to succeed, recognizing that the most meaningful achievements are not those measured by external markers, but by the positive impact we have on others' lives. This reframing helps break down the anxiety and pressure often associated with traditional measures of success. Instead of constantly chasing external validation, we find satisfaction in knowing that our actions contribute to something greater, whether it's improving someone's day, supporting a cause, or fostering community growth. So, as we explore the relationship between purpose and service, it's essential to recognize that the act of serving others doesn't always require grand gestures. Small, everyday acts of kindness can have a profound impact on those around us. A simple conversation, an act of generosity, or a moment of active listening can create ripples of change, fostering a sense of connection and community. These moments, though often overlooked, are crucial for building the foundation of purpose. They remind us that purpose isn't reserved for extraordinary achievements, but can be found in the ordinary, the day-to-day choices we make to engage with the world in a compassionate, thoughtful way. The process of serving others also enhances our sense of self-worth. When we use our strengths and skills to help others, we are reminded of the value we bring to the table. This boost in self-esteem can create a powerful sense of purpose as we begin to recognize the unique contributions we are capable of making. The more we give of ourselves, the more we realize our capacity for impact. In this way, service becomes a tool for personal growth, helping us discover not only our purpose, but also the depth of our potential. The connection between service and purpose isn't just about helping others. It's about aligning your own values with the needs of the world. In order to find meaningful ways to serve, we must first understand what we care about, what excites us, and what issues or causes resonate with our deepest convictions. For instance, if you have a passion for education, you may find your purpose in mentoring students or supporting educational initiatives. If you're moved by environmental issues, your purpose might lie in advocating for sustainable practices or engaging in conservation work. Understanding where your skills, passions, and values intersect with the needs of others can guide you to a purpose that not only serves the world, but also aligns with your true self. This alignment is what makes service so fulfilling. It is not merely about sacrifice, but about creating meaningful exchanges where both you and the recipient benefit. The act of service can feel like a reciprocal relationship where you gain as much, if not more, than you give. This dynamic reinforces the idea that purpose is not about self-sacrifice, but about self-fulfillment. By helping others, we are also helping ourselves, creating a balance between personal growth and collective contribution. The impact of service goes beyond the immediate benefits. Serving others cultivates a sense of legacy, a feeling that our actions will outlast us. This desire to create a lasting impact on the world is central to many people's sense of purpose. Whether through teaching, raising a family, or engaging in social causes, we often find meaning in knowing that our contributions will ripple through time and continue to affect others long after we are gone. This connection to something larger than ourselves, the idea of creating a lasting legacy, is one of the most powerful motivators in finding purpose. As we cultivate our sense of purpose, it's essential to remember that service doesn't have to be grand or world-changing to be meaningful. In fact, some of the most profound acts of service are those that occur quietly, behind the scenes, in everyday life. It's in these moments of small kindness and compassion that purpose often becomes most apparent. By consistently engaging with the world through the lens of service, we find not only clarity in our direction, but also fulfillment in knowing that we are contributing to the greater good. And in doing so, we begin to uncover a deeper, more enduring sense of purpose, one that is rooted not in what we accumulate for ourselves, but in what we give to others. Purpose is not a singular, fixed concept. Rather, it is something that evolves over time. It is shaped by experiences, emotions, and the way we interact with the world. The path to purpose is not a linear journey, nor does it unfold in a straight line. It's a dynamic process, one that is subject to change as we grow, learn, and face new challenges. This evolving nature of purpose is often overlooked, but it is essential to recognize that purpose is fluid. It is something that develops and refines itself as we move through life. A key factor in the evolution of purpose is the constant interaction between our internal world, thoughts, values, emotions, and the external world, society, relationships, experiences. When we are young, our purpose may be shaped by external influences, such as the expectations of family, society, or even cultural trends. But as we grow older and gain more life experience, we begin to question these external pressures and start defining purpose on our own terms. This shift from external to internal definitions of purpose often occurs during periods of significant personal growth or reflection. For instance, a career change might be prompted by the realization that one's current job no longer aligns with personal values or long-term goals. Similarly, a difficult life event, such as a breakup or the loss of a loved one, may prompt someone to reassess their priorities and uncover a deeper sense of purpose. These transitions can serve as catalysts for personal transformation, helping individuals to reevaluate their goals and adjust their course. So lack focus is their ideal belief that whatever one tries to do is impossible. As we experience different phases in life, our purpose will continue to shift, reflecting our changing understanding of who we are and what we value. This is not something to fear, but rather to embrace. With each stage, our purpose becomes more nuanced, more refined, and more closely aligned with our authentic selves. It's this dynamic evolution that makes purpose such a powerful force in our lives. It's not a destination to be reached, but a journey to be experienced. The recognition that purpose is fluid can also alleviate some of the pressure people often feel when trying to define it. The societal narrative around purpose is frequently rigid and focused on finding a singular, lifelong path. However, this expectation can create unnecessary stress and confusion, especially for those who may not have found a clear calling. In reality, it's not about identifying one specific purpose that stays static throughout life. It's about recognizing that your purpose may change based on where you are in your life journey, and that's entirely okay. Another key aspect of evolving purpose is the role of experimentation and exploration. Purpose is often not something that is immediately clear. It is discovered through trial and error. Engaging in new experiences, stepping outside of your comfort zone, and taking risks can reveal passions and interests you may have never considered. These new endeavors help refine your sense of purpose by exposing you to different perspectives, challenges, and opportunities for growth. Someone who initially thought their purpose lay in a corporate job might discover a passion for teaching after volunteering at a local school. Similarly, someone who believed their purpose was in creative work might realize through community involvement that they are more drawn to social justice and advocacy. These revelations don't mean that their previous purpose was wrong. They simply reflect the evolving nature of purpose. Each experience adds another layer of understanding and refines your sense of direction. This exploration and experimentation process also highlights the importance of flexibility in our approach to purpose. As new information becomes available and as we gain new experiences, we must be willing to adjust our course. Being open to change allows us to grow and align our actions with our current values, making it possible for our purpose to evolve naturally. This flexibility also prevents us from feeling stuck or frustrated if our purpose seems unclear at a given time. While purpose is deeply personal, it is also influenced by the connections we form with others. The people in our lives play a critical role in shaping how we define and live our purpose. Relationships, whether familial, romantic, or platonic, offer support, feedback, and inspiration that can help us gain clarity on what matters most to us. These relationships can also challenge our assumptions and encourage us to consider new possibilities. There's a fascinating interplay between our sense of purpose and the impact we have on those around us. When we serve others or positively influence their lives, we reinforce our own sense of meaning and direction. Acts of kindness, support, and collaboration not only benefit others, but also strengthen our sense of self-worth and purpose. Helping others see their potential often clarifies our own potential, allowing us to discover purpose through the reflection of our interactions. It's important to remember that finding and living your purpose is not always a smooth or easy process. It requires patience, persistence, and an openness to change. By embracing the fluidity of purpose, being willing to explore new experiences, and cultivating meaningful relationships, you open the door to discovering a deeper, more fulfilling sense of meaning in your life. Purpose is not a fixed destination, but a dynamic process that evolves as you continue to grow, reflect, and engage with the world around you. It is, at its core, a journey, one that can unfold in unexpected ways and lead you to places of profound fulfillment and connection. The pursuit of purpose is intimately tied to our capacity for emotional regulation. How we handle our emotions, particularly in times of stress or challenge, has a significant impact on our ability to find and live our purpose. Emotional regulation isn't just about controlling or suppressing emotions, it's about understanding and managing them in a way that aligns with our long-term goals. Our emotions can either propel us forward or hold us back, depending on how we respond to them. Thus, cultivating emotional resilience is key to clarifying and actualizing our purpose. Research suggests that individuals who are more adept at emotional regulation tend to experience a greater sense of purpose. This is because they are better equipped to navigate life's challenges and uncertainties, maintaining focus on their core values and goals, even when faced with adversity. For instance, when we encounter frustration, anxiety, or self-doubt, it's easy to become overwhelmed and distracted. However, those who can regulate these emotions are able to use them as signals instead of allowing them to derail their progress. They acknowledge their emotions, reflect on their sources, and adapt their approach without losing sight of their overall direction. A critical element of emotional regulation is self-awarenesses, the ability to recognize and understand our emotions as they arise. Without this awareness, we may react impulsively or unconsciously, making decisions that are not aligned with our deeper purpose. For example, when confronted with a challenging situation, our instinct might be to avoid discomfort by procrastinating or giving up. But emotional awareness allows us to recognize that this avoidance is a coping mechanism driven by fear or insecurity rather than a conscious choice aligned with our values. In this sense, emotional regulation helps us stay on course, even when the path forward seems difficult or uncertain. This emotional resilience is particularly important when we encounter setbacks. The pursuit of purpose is rarely a smooth journey. It is often marked by failures, disappointments, and unexpected obstacles. How we respond to these setbacks determines whether we learn from them or let them define us. People who are skilled at emotional regulation view setbacks as temporary and manageable, rather than as signs of personal inadequacy. They understand that failure is an inevitable part of growth and use it as a stepping stone toward a deeper understanding of their purpose. This mindset, cultivated through emotional regulation, allows them to persevere through difficulties and continue on their path, confident that each challenge brings them closer to their true calling. Another critical aspect of emotional regulation in the context of purpose is the ability to manage negative emotions in relation to others. Social comparison, jealousy, and resentment are emotions that can emerge when we observe others succeeding in ways we wish we could. These emotions can be particularly disruptive to our sense of purpose, as they often lead to feelings of inadequacy or frustration. However, when we regulate these emotions effectively, we can shift our focus from comparison to self-improvement. Rather than seeing others' successes as threats to our own, we can view them as sources of inspiration, motivating us to refine our own purpose and strive for growth. By regulating emotions like jealousy, we open the door to collaboration, shared learning, and mutual support rather than fostering competition or isolation. Emotional regulation supports clarity of purpose by preventing emotional impulses from hijacking our decision-making process. When we're emotionally dysregulated, whether due to stress, fatigue, or overwhelm, our decision-making becomes clouded. We might make impulsive choices based on short-term relief or immediate gratification rather than long-term alignment with our core values. In contrast, when we are able to manage our emotions effectively, we can make decisions with a clearer sense of purpose. This is especially important in times of uncertainty when we may feel pulled in multiple directions. Emotional regulation helps us stay grounded in our true intentions, preventing external pressures or fleeting emotions from steering us off course. The practice of emotional regulation also involves creating emotional distance between ourselves and our goals. This doesn't mean detaching emotionally from our aspirations. Rather, it involves learning how to approach our goals with a sense of detachment from the outcome. When we become too emotionally attached to a specific result, we can become overly anxious or frustrated when things don't unfold as expected. However, by practicing emotional regulation, we can approach our goals with greater flexibility, understanding that the process is just as important as the outcome. This allows us to stay engaged with our purpose without becoming discouraged by setbacks or challenges. One effective tool for cultivating emotional regulation is mindfulness. Mindfulness involves bringing non-judgmental awareness to the present moment, allowing us to observe our thoughts and emotions without getting caught up in them. Through regular mindfulness practice, we can learn to notice when emotions arise and observe them from a distance. This awareness gives us the space to choose how we respond, rather than reacting impulsively. By incorporating mindfulness into our daily lives, we can build emotional resilience, enhance self-awareness, and cultivate a deeper connection to our purpose. Another tool for emotional regulation is reframing. Reframing is the ability to reinterpret a situation or experience in a way that aligns with our values and goals. When faced with a negative emotion or challenging situation, reframing allows us to shift our perspective, finding new meaning or opportunities for growth. For example, if we experience a setback in our career, reframing might involve viewing the situation not as a failure, but as an opportunity to learn, adjust, and strengthen our resolve. This practice not only helps us regulate our emotions, but also keeps us aligned with our purpose, even when the path ahead is unclear or difficult. Emotional regulation strengthens our ability to sustain motivation over time. The pursuit of purpose is a marathon, not a sprint. It requires sustained effort, even when the rewards aren't immediately visible. When we can regulate our emotions, we avoid the traps of burnout and frustration that often come from trying to force quick results. Emotional resilience helps us maintain consistent effort, even when the process feels slow or challenging. It's this sustained effort, guided by emotional regulation, that ultimately brings us closer to living a purposeful life. The connection between emotional regulation and purpose is undeniable. Our ability to navigate and manage our emotions plays a fundamental role in how we define, pursue, and live our purpose. Emotional regulation provides the clarity, resilience, and motivation needed to stay on course, even in the face of adversity. By cultivating emotional awareness, practicing mindfulness, and learning to reframe challenges, we can strengthen our sense of purpose and live in alignment with our values, ultimately leading to a life that is not only meaningful, but deeply fulfilling. Purpose is an intricate process that is deeply rooted in our ability to set clear, meaningful goals. When we talk about finding purpose, we're often referring to an underlying sense of direction that drives us to take action in alignment with our core values. The process of goal setting plays a critical role in shaping this direction. However, it is not enough to simply set any goals. It's essential to set goals that resonate with our authentic selves. When our goals align with our values and passions, they act as powerful motivators that can propel us forward, providing clarity and focus. This concept is repeated dozens of times, including by Dr. Jeremy Stewart, author of the best-selling book, The 3-Minute Exercise. Neuroscientific research suggests that the brain's reward system is intricately linked to the process of setting and achieving goals. When we set goals that are meaningful to us, our brain releases dopamine, a neurotransmitter that reinforces positive behaviors. This is what creates a sense of satisfaction when we accomplish tasks that contribute to a greater purpose. This feedback loop not only boosts our motivation, but also strengthens our sense of purpose. The more we achieve these goals, the more our brain associates this behavior with reward, which increases the likelihood that we will continue to pursue them. Setting meaningful goals involves not just identifying what we want to achieve, but also understanding why it matters to us. The why behind our goals is crucial because it connects us to something larger than ourselves. It provides us with the emotional and psychological drive that fuels perseverance. For example, if you set a goal to improve your health, the purpose behind it might be to feel more energized for your family, to perform better at work, or to be more active in your community. These underlying motivations give the goal a sense of purpose, making it more likely that you will stay committed to it even in the face of obstacles. As with many goal statistics, obstacles are real. In addition to setting meaningful goals, it is essential to break them down into smaller, manageable tasks. Large, lofty goals can feel overwhelming, which can lead to procrastination and avoidance. However, when we break these goals down into smaller, achievable steps, the process becomes less daunting and more manageable. Each small success, no matter how seemingly insignificant, reinforces the brain's reward system, boosting our motivation and strengthening our sense of purpose. This incremental approach helps us build momentum, making it easier to stay focused and committed to our larger goals. The role of clarity in goal setting cannot be overstated. The clearer our goals are, the more likely we are to achieve them. Research shows that when we have a well-defined target, our brain activates specific areas associated with focus, planning, and decision-making. Clarity allows us to concentrate our mental and physical resources on achieving a single, well-articulated objective. Conversely, vague or unclear goals can lead to confusion and inaction, as our brains struggle to identify a specific course of action. To increase our chances of success, it's important to set clear, concrete goals that are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, otherwise known as SMART goals. This framework provides the structure necessary to turn abstract desires into tangible results. Achieving meaningful goals is not just about focusing on external outcomes. It's equally important to align our internal mindset with these goals. If we approach our goals with a fixed mindset, believing that our abilities and qualities are set in stone, we are less likely to achieve success. A growth mindset, on the other hand, encourages us to view challenges as opportunities for development rather than obstacles to success. People with a growth mindset are more likely to persevere in the face of setbacks, as they view failures as temporary and learnable experiences. This mindset fosters resilience, adaptability, and the ability to see every step of the journey as part of the larger process of fulfilling our purpose. In the pursuit of meaningful goals, it's also important to recognize that failure is an inevitable part of the journey. This is often one of the most difficult aspects of goal setting, facing setbacks and disappointments. However, failure is not a reflection of our abilities or potential. Rather, it is an essential learning experience that offers valuable insights. Understanding that failure is part of the process allows us to maintain a flexible mindset and stay focused on the bigger picture. By reflecting on what went wrong and adjusting our approach, we can refine our goals and strategies, ultimately increasing our chances of success. This process of iteration helps us stay aligned with our purpose and strengthens our resilience, making us more capable of navigating future challenges. As we pursue our goals, it's important to recognize the role of accountability. Having someone, whether a mentor, coach, or supportive friend, who can hold us accountable increases our likelihood of success. Accountability partners provide encouragement, feedback, and guidance, helping us stay on track and maintain our commitment to our goals. They also serve as a source of motivation when we encounter obstacles, offering a different perspective and helping us see the bigger picture. Additionally, accountability fosters a sense of responsibility, reminding us that our actions have consequences and that we are in control of our own outcomes. The importance of aligning goals with our core values cannot be overstated. Goals that are not aligned with our values are likely to feel hollow or unsatisfying, even if we achieve them. This misalignment can lead to burnout, frustration, and a sense of emptiness. For instance, pursuing a career solely for financial gain without considering personal fulfillment or passion may result in long-term dissatisfaction, even if we achieve significant success. When our goals reflect our values, they provide us with a deeper sense of meaning and fulfillment. This alignment enhances our sense of purpose, as we are more likely to pursue goals that resonate with who we truly are. And this tracks with our observation of Blue Zone scientists. Blue Zone scientists work. The process of setting and achieving goals is an ongoing journey. It is not about reaching a singular fixed point, but about continual growth and adaptation. Our goals will evolve over time, reflecting changes in our values, interests, and experiences. As we progress, we refine our purpose and gain greater clarity about what truly matters to us. This evolution of goals is a natural part of the process, and embracing it allows us to stay engaged in the pursuit of purpose without feeling constrained by rigid expectations. Goal setting is a fundamental aspect of finding and living our purpose. By setting clear, meaningful goals that align with our values and passions, we create a roadmap for navigating life's challenges and opportunities. These goals provide us with direction, motivation, and a sense of fulfillment, reinforcing our sense of purpose and driving us forward. However, it's important to approach goal setting with flexibility, self-awareness, and resilience, recognizing that the path to purpose is not always linear. By embracing the process, learning from setbacks, and maintaining a growth mindset, we can continue to refine our goals and align our actions with our deeper sense of purpose. Finding your purpose is a deeply personal and dynamic journey. It requires introspection, experimentation, and the courage to embrace change as you evolve over time. Purpose is not a fixed destination, but rather a fluid and ever-evolving process shaped by your experiences, emotions, and relationships. It's rooted in the pursuit of meaningful goals that align with your core values and passions. Along the way, you will face setbacks, challenges, and moments of uncertainty, but these are integral to the growth process and contribute to your deeper understanding of what truly matters. By embracing the fluidity of purpose, maintaining emotional resilience, and staying focused on goals that resonate with your authentic self, you cultivate a life of fulfillment and meaning. Ultimately, finding your purpose is not about reaching a singular point, but about continuously refining and redefining it as you grow and learn. It's a journey that, when embraced with openness and flexibility, brings profound personal growth and connection to the world around you.